Cool vibrations. Cool vibrations.
Crazy, I need to love someone. Take me, got you for satisfaction. Crazy, now you will be the one. Crazy, I need to have some passion. Crazy, I need to love someone. Take me, got you for satisfaction. Crazy, now you will be.
Welcome to Global News Radio 880 Edmonton. We want to say, before we begin, that we thank our friends over at CHBN-FM for simulcasting our coverage. Our top story of today concerns our neighbors to the south, the United States. Today, an announcement was made during a classified meeting of top clearance officials such as the CIA that the group known since at least 2005, the scientific syndicate would become officially known to relevant public and government agencies and thus connected to the Department of Advancement and Scientific Technologies. An American reporter who got in touch with our news agency on the condition he remain anonymous due to obvious reasons stated, and I quote, "This seems really odd, given how the scientific syndicate is connected to the whole mess that occurred in the state of North Dakota, and we are nearly 2 years to the day after that tragedy, that they know they had something to do with." However, suspiciously, that reporter, and we here at Global News can confirm this as a fact as we have cross-referenced relevant info, has now gone missing. He was reported missing at 6 a.m. Eastern Time as he did not show up for work today, and his co-workers, gravely concerned given the sensitivity of the situation, have taken the liberty to report them as missing as he has no family. His wife and kids died in a tragic car accident in Bismarck, North Dakota last year, and all his older relatives are also deceased. Anyway, what we are going to do is take a break on Global News 880 Edmonton so we can let our collective of in-city simulcasting partners go back to their various programming schedules. You are listening to Global News Edmonton.
Your attention, please. This is the Alberta Emergency Public Warning System. The following emergency bulletin may affect your area. Listen carefully.
Attention all Edmonton residents, a situation with the potential to become dangerous to public safety is currently ongoing near the north side of Edmonton. An occupant of a building owned by the American Department of Advancement of Scientific Technologies has escaped the property. Security hired to work at the facility speculate that he could have strange abilities not seen by anyone in 2 years, though that cannot be confirmed at this time. Residents and others currently in Edmonton, especially north of a line extending from the Sherwood Park Freeway to White Mud Drive, should get inside the nearest building, such as a shop or gas station, if safe to do so. The potentially escaped person is 1 meter and 85 centimeters tall, weighs around 68 kilograms, and has black hair. His eye color is unknown at this time. He was last seen in a purple t-shirt with a black light jacket with a purple flame design at the bottom wrapping around it, as well as black and purple shorts with black tennis shoes. If you see this individual, you are strongly advised to not approach him as he has allegedly displayed tendencies to be hostile around others. However, you should call the Edmonton Police Department at 780-423-4567.
This emergency warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected, take all necessary precautions and listen to any local radio, television, or cable outlet for further updates. Do not use your telephone for the duration of this emergency.
Baby, set me free. Give me the dark. Give me now. Let's fly me tonight in ecstasy. Another life deep in your eyes. I'm so sure because your love is standard. Another life, another passion, drive my life.
Your attention, please. This is the Alberta Emergency Public Warning System. The following emergency bulletin may affect your area. Listen carefully.
Edmonton residents, this is a very dangerous situation. Please pay attention now as this message contains critical information to aid in your survival. The Edmonton police have discovered fires of a strange violet-like color, currently ongoing in the Castle Downs, Lake District and Clairview campus areas of the city. In addition, they spotted an individual enveloped in a violet fire. This person is currently speculated to have made these fires, though how he has achieved this is unknown at this time. The wind direction is currently from the north towards the south, at a sustained speed of 48 kilometers per hour, gusting to as high as 80 kilometers per hour. Given this information, these fires will spread very quickly, and have an extreme risk of being too out of control for firefighters to handle. Due to this, all people inside the city limits of Edmonton are strongly urged to evacuate. If you fail to evacuate, you will likely die from smoke inhalation or the heat that results from these fires. Please, evacuate now. The suggested evacuation route is south on the Queen Elizabeth Highway to Calgary. Shelters will not be set up in Calgary though, as authorities consider that a high-risk target. Instead, residents displaced by this fire and suspect are strongly encouraged to shelter at either Fort Macleod or Lethbridge. To repeat, if you choose to seek shelter in Calgary, you are doing so at your own risk, as you may have to evacuate a second time. It is better to travel to Lethbridge or Fort Macleod.
This emergency warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected, take all necessary precautions and listen to any local radio, television, or cable outlet for further updates. Do not use your telephone for the duration of this emergency.
Your attention, please. This is the Alberta Emergency Public Warning System. The following emergency bulletin may affect your area. Listen carefully.
Calgary residents, please pay attention as this information is connected to a dangerous ongoing event. The dangerous individual has been spotted entering Calgary. This individual has been connected to fires in and north of Edmonton, as well as the brutal murders by fire of several people trying to escape. His motive of travel is unknown, due to the sparse amount of residents still in the city. However, the authorities in Calgary suggest you to evacuate now if you haven't done so already. Those who haven't evacuated yet are strongly encouraged to follow the military escort out to the designated safe underground shelter. If you choose to evacuate on your own at this point, you are almost certainly going to die at the hands of this murderous flame-causing individual. I repeat, whoever is still in Calgary at this point needs to urgently evacuate now. If you do not, you will die from this cold, cruel person.
This emergency warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected, take all necessary precautions and listen to any local radio, television, or cable outlet for further updates. Do not use your telephone for the duration of this emergency.
This is KZIN-FM, Shelby, Cutbank, Conrad.
swear you looked right through me, but I'm still living with your goodbye, and you're just going on with your life. How can you just walk on by without one tear in your eye? Don't you have the slightest feelings left for me? Maybe that's just your way of dealing with the pain.
A fire warning is now in effect for Toole County, effective until 6:30 a.m.
Like you're doing well, as far as I can tell. Time is leaving us behind.
The current time is 12:35 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio WWG84, broadcasting from near Conrad, Montana, on a frequency of 162.500.
Greetings, world. They always say that the second wave is far more deadlier than the first. Let that sink in as your final days on this planet come about, as you burn alive. The doomsday prophecy is only just beginning. In the end, however, you cannot outrun, outdrive, nor can you find any shelter from it. It'll come searing you alive, freezing you to death, and perhaps even suffocating you while submerged. You'll probably try to do something about it now, won't you? Oh yeah, that's right, you won't.
Good morning, Helena. The current time check is 10 a.m. Let's get right into the news of the day. The top story today is a mysterious individual that has been on a complete fire-making destruction fest throughout the Highline and Golden Triangle regions of our great state. Now I have been spending our commercial breaks talking to a friend of mine who is a source that works in Great Falls. She was spending some time up in the rural community of Sunburst. Anyway, apparently she was lucky. or unlucky depending on how you look at it, enough to talk to this individual as he was passing through and filling up gas in his car at the local gas station just off Interstate 15. Keep in mind that what you are about to hear has been unverified by other news sources. However, we are working with our partners and their affiliates across Montana and the country to get this information corroborated so it is verified. Back to this story, she talked to him and allegedly, this individual's name is Blaise. He didn't give a last name when talking to her though. He said that his reasoning for being so hateful and destructive was that he lost his at-the-time girlfriend to the same entity that took him, now known as the Department of Advancement in Scientific Technologies. Apparently they wanted to try out experiments designed to get people to become better so that America could not be overtaken on the world stage in power again. As a side effect though, these experiments gave people in most cases weird abilities that were not fully understood, and according to Blaise himself, not even those running the operation knew what sort of Pandora's box they were opening, as we all found out 2 years ago in North Dakota with the person only known as Scorch. Now, in addition to those findings, Blaise told my friend that he was the first truly successful test, to put it in a manner of speaking, in that there is a mass grave that is likely going to be uncovered as an indirect consequence of the investigation into the facility fire that he set upon escaping, before setting the fires that would with his help engulf the Canadian city of Edmonton. He also told my news partner friend that he has nothing to do with the disappearance of the reporter that was covering the story of the Department of Advancement in Scientific Technologies being officially formed, at best in the public view. You see, the way Blaise sees it, Scientific Syndicate and DAST are shell entities designed to wash each other's hands as they know they are messing with a morally wrong area. Anyway, that is where this story ends, as Blaise left soon after telling this last bit to her as his car was full of gas. As for the last known location of Blaise, he was as of this report last seen in Great Falls, having checked into the Best Western located near the east banks of the Missouri River off River Drive at around 1:20 a.m. It is unknown at this time if he has checked out and traveled to another city or state. With the top story fully covered to the best of our ability, let's move on to the weather for our area. It will be seasonably cold for this time of year, with a small but fresh snowpack on the ground and cloudy skies. Some snow showers may occur throughout the day, but those should just be more of a travel nuisance, serving to provide inconsistent visibilities and maybe some slick spots on untreated and elevated road surfaces with temperatures in the upper 20s. Looking ahead over the next 3 to 5 days.
This is KKBR-FM Billings. Rock, Roll, and Remember continues now on 97.1 KBIR.
Waiting all the time, waiting by the phone, taking side by side, dreaming of my own inside.
Immediate evacuation in effect for Billings. This is a particularly dangerous situation. If you live, work, or are visiting this evacuation zone, please pay full attention to the following alert. A sudden out-of-control wildfire has been spotted in the northwest area of Billings near Zimmerman Park. However, just before and after the fire, citizens spotted a suspicious individual connected to fires in Alberta and central Montana. This individual will be described in a concurrently active EAS message that will transmit after this one concludes. For now, the important thing to know is that residents of buildings need to evacuate east or southeast using Interstates 94, 90, or 25. Evacuee reception centers are set up in Rapid City, Casper, and Bismarck. Complicating matters is a cold front moving in from the west, which will cause a wind shift from one that blows south to one that blows east. As such, westbound evacuation routes are strongly discouraged as you will be putting your life at great risk of death. To repeat, all people need to evacuate buildings and move as far east or southeast as possible. Please stand by for the next EAS message which will describe the suspect responsible for this fire. The following message is being transmitted at the request of Yellowstone County Disaster and Emergency Services. This is a civil danger warning that aims to describe the suspect in the fires mentioned in the previous, concurrent EAS message. The suspect that is likely to be the person that caused the fires in Edmonton, Calgary, and other places in Montana looks to be in his early 20s and age at most, is 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighs around 150 pounds and has red-colored eyes as well as black hair. Some reports claim his tips were glowing auburn, but that can't be confirmed. The suspect, named Blaise, was last seen wearing a black coat with purple flame design surging from the bottom, black and purple shorts, a purple t-shirt and purple steel-toed shoes with black flame designs. He was last seen driving a Toyota Supra made sometime between 1997 and 2002, though the exact year of sale is yet to be verified. It is black with violet flame designs originating from the front bumper with cementing on the hood and others sweeping to the door panels. The rims are a custom shade of alternating purple and black and a license plate is currently unknown at this time. Residents should call the Montana Investigations Bureau if they spot the car or Blaise himself. The number to call to get a hold of someone in charge of this case is 406-444-3874. Again, that number to call is 406-444-3874. Please keep in mind to only call if in a safe spot to do so and not engaged in conflict with Blaise. As a reminder, an immediate evacuation is now in effect until an all clear is given for the city of Billings. Please pay attention to local media outlets and to their reputable commercial news sources for more information on this dangerous suspect. This short message is an update to the description of Blaise's car. His license plate has been identified and cross-checked for accuracy, and the exact year of his Toyota has been identified. Blaise's car is a 2002 model year Supra with Georgia license plates that are unique with the word Pyro Storm on the front and rear bumper plates. They expire in August 2007. If you see the car or the driver, you are strongly advised to call the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation, otherwise keep tuned to local commercial radio and television outlets for updated information.
KYYY, Bismarck, Mandan. Let's head to the Y93 Wayback Machine and turn it back. Brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Can you hear the 80s now?
Y93 Bismarck, Mandan.
Immediate evacuation now in effect for Bismarck. The dangerous individual known as Blaise has now been spotted standing on the Missouri River due to it being frozen under 6 inches of ice and threatening to melt the ice while simultaneously burning the rest of the city of Bismarck. Due to this potential action, all residents are required to use Interstate 94 and bike up to the many shelters set up in Minneapolis, or follow Interstate 29 out of eastern North Dakota to Sioux Falls or Sioux City. Please evacuate in a calm and orderly manner and don't panic. Studies have proven that panicking can make the situation worse, so try to remain calm and take a battery-powered radio and other supplies as you need them during your displacement period away from home. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this extremely dangerous situation. This is a fire warning. The National Weather Service has issued a fire warning transmitter at the request of the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. A dangerous individual has been spotted in Mason City, placing a wall of violet fire down exactly where the city limits are mapped out before walking through the wall of fire and burning more property. This dangerous individual has the following appearance traits.
Hazards weather radio station KJY63 Forest City, Iowa, transmitting on 162.5 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service in Des Moines, Iowa. The current time is 10:21 p.m. Central Standard Time. These are the 10 p.m. conditions for the Forest City area. At Forest City Airport, it was snowing. The temperature was 5 below zero. Winds were out of the northwest at 20 miles per hour, producing a wind chill of 30 below zero. The dew point was at 5 below zero, the relative humidity was at 100% and the barometric pressure was at 29.50 inches and falling. Looking around the area, light freezing drizzle and snow was reported with a temperature of 10 below zero in Algona, 8 below zero in Spencer, 10 below zero in Jackson, 5 below zero in Fairmont, and Storm Lake was at 9 below zero with light sleet. Fort Dodge was reporting a blizzard with temps at 30 below zero. At Mason City, the temperature was 8 below with light freezing rain. Lastly, at Charles City, it was 9 below with light snow and dense fog reported. Here are some conditions elsewhere in Iowa and Minnesota. At Redwood Falls, light snow was reported with a temperature of 13 below zero. At Des Moines, it was cloudy with a temperature of 4 below zero. At Omaha, Council Bluffs, it was clear, with a temperature of 0. At Sioux City, the temperature was 7 below zero and light sleet was being reported. Elsewhere, conditions range from heavy sleet to cloudy, with a temperature of 13 below zero in Waterloo, 16 below zero at the Twin Cities, and 10 below zero in Rochester. Now for a few weather conditions around the region. At Kansas City, a light freezing rain and snow mix was reported, with a temperature of 2. At Sioux City, the temperature was 7 below zero with light sleet, once again at 10 p.m. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Forest City, Garner, Mason City, and surrounding areas. Rest of tonight, light snow before 2 a.m., then intensifying to heavy snow by 5 a.m. and transitioning to a heavy wintry mix by sunrise. Some thunderstorms may be possible after 4 a.m. Lows in the teens below zero. Winds out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour shifting to the west at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Friday. Heavy periods of wintry mix, with periods of thunderstorms throughout the day. Temperatures will remain steady around 10 to 15 below zero. Winds out of the west at a sustained 20 miles per hour with non-thunderstorm gusts at around 40 miles per hour. Friday night. Heavy wintry mix with thunderstorms likely before 9 p.m., then tapering off and transitioning to a light snow before 2 a.m., then skies clearing out by dawn. Winds will be out of the north at 20 to 30 miles per hour, becoming light and variable by sunrise. Lows around 20 to 25 below zero. Dangerous wind chills expected. Wind chill warning in effect for this time period. Saturday. Skies starting out sunny before 10 a.m., then gradually becoming cloudy by early afternoon. Temperatures only warming slightly into the single digits below zero. Winds are expected to be calm. Wind chill advisory in effect for this period. Saturday night. Cloudy. Lows holding steady in the single digits below zero.
Winds picking up out of the north at 10 miles per hour. Wind chill advisory in effect for this period. For the rest of the forecast period, Sunday through Thursday, periods of snow and freezing rain. Blizzard conditions may be possible at times. Blowing and drifting of snow becoming increasingly likely as the week progresses. Winds out of the north at 20 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts potentially as high as 50 miles per hour. Highs in the single digits below zero most days with lows in the 15 to 25 below zero range. Dangerous wind chills expected. Wind chill advisories and warnings in effect. Again, the forecast for Forest City, Gardner, Mason City and surrounding locations for tonight. Light snow before 2 a.m., then intensifying to heavy snow by 5 a.m. and transitioning to a heavy wintry mix by sunrise. Some thunderstorms may be possible after 4 a.m. Lows in the teens below zero. Winds out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour shifting to the west at 20 to 30 miles per hour. The following broadcast partners have provided tower space for the broadcast of NOAA All Hazards Radio in Iowa. Alliant Energy, Carroll Broadcasting, Crawford County Firefighters, Iowa Select Farms, Iowa State Patrol, KCCI Television, Mid-American Energy, Ringstead Telephone Company, the Corps of Engineers, Winnebago County Emergency Management, and the Webster County Board of Supervisors. The current time is 10:26 p.m. Central Standard. This is a fire warning, and is a particularly dangerous situation. This message is being transmitted at the request of the Barron County Emergency Management. A mysterious violet fire is now dangerously threatening the community of Rays Lake from the northeast. Embers from this fire are threatening to cross into city limits via launching over the lake. This fire is oddly enough showing extreme capabilities by overcoming the soaked snowy ground and rapidly spreading as if a months-long drought has been ongoing. Given this startling and life-threatening information, all residents need to leave the city now. There is no time to gather a lot of things. Just take what is required for you to survive and leave. To repeat, you have no time to gather anything else besides the necessities and leave the city. The recommended evacuation routes are US 53 south to Eau Claire and Wisconsin State Road 48 to Cumberland, though it is advised to take the time to travel to Minneapolis as authorities consider that a safer spot to shelter given the fire's behavior. This message will repeat every 60 seconds on NOAA weather radio transmitters WNG 553 and WXN 69, until all residents of Rice Lake are securely evacuated.
Talk Sports. WSAU Wausau, WSAU FM, Rudolph, Stevens Point, Marshfield, Wisconsin Rapids.
Good morning, residents and others spending time here in the North Woods of Northeast Wisconsin. Welcome to your daily dose of morning news here on WSAU. Taking a look at local traffic sponsored by Olson Tire and Auto Service. People are getting around relatively all right, considering the conditions out there, seeing as we are between two winter weather systems. The slowest spot right now is the interchange where US 51, Wisconsin State Route 29, and the Wisconsin 52 Parkway try to have a group hug, and Stewart Avenue tries to get in on the personal fun, but then gets sidelined by the bromance of the Walgreens and Panera Bread. Near 17th Avenue, traffic there is moving at, according to reports from listeners calling in on the traffic hotline, about 15 miles per hour. As we understand it, crews are still trying to clean up from a massive multi-car chain reaction pileup that occurred there early this morning, after people got startled by the sight of an individual named Blaise. According to the Wisconsin Highway Patrol, they estimate as many as 300 cars in that about 3,000-foot space of messy interchange Noodlefest were involved in the wreck. Some were able to drive away, but others, either due to where they ended up or damage, were stranded, and their occupants needed to be rescued. This in turn caused a civil emergency message to be played. Let's flash back to that message.
This message is being transmitted at the concurrent requests of the Wisconsin Highway Patrol and Marathon County Emergency Management. Several highways in Wausau are completely closed in sections due to a massive pile-up accident that has occurred tonight, caused by motorists who were spooked by Blaise, who was, by accident witnesses, speeding past them at speeds of around 130 miles per hour, expertly dodging traffic and at times driving on the snowdrift-covered shoulder as if there was no snow there at all. The accident started out on the eastbound Wisconsin Highway 59 off-ramp just as the off-ramp to use Wisconsin Highway 52 splits off to the north. Then people watching the crash caused another crash, this time at the conjoining of the on-ramps on the northwest side of the Wisconsin 29 and US Highway 51 interchange. This chaos spread throughout the interchange in a clockwise spiral, before ending up with a 20-car accident at the intersection of Stewart and 17th Avenue. In all, several hundred cars are estimated to be a part of this massive series of accidents. Due to this, the following roads are now completely closed in all directions. Stewart Avenue from the 3rd Avenue intersection through the on-ramp to get on Wisconsin Route 29. 17th Avenue is closed from West Street to Elm Street. Stewart Avenue is closed from 28th Avenue to the point where it turns into 18th Avenue, and from that point 18th Avenue is closed until the intersection with 17th Avenue, which is also concurrently closed at that point. U.S. Highway 51 is closed from after the off-ramp for County Road Double N at exit 190 to the mile marker exit 193 on and off-ramps on the north side leading from and to West Bridge Street. Wisconsin State Route 29 is closed completely after the mile marker 162 on and off-ramps from and to 72nd Avenue. Wisconsin Department of Transportation and Wisconsin State Patrol employees are currently working to set up signs displaying alternate routes to help traffic navigate around all closed areas. At this time it is undetermined when these affected roads will reopen, and as such, anyone wanting to travel should pay close attention to local media outlets, such as commercial radio or local TV news periods, for the latest information.
After that message was played over the airwaves, the crews, primarily from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, with detour assistance by the Wisconsin Highway Patrol, got to work on clearing the pileup of cars. As we said earlier, they still are cleaning up the accident, however traffic is flowing through the interchange once more. The Wisconsin Highway Patrol is asking all who need to travel in the area to be mindful of Highway Patrol personnel, and to take it slow, never mind the road conditions. Speaking of which, roads are treacherous out there. Even the major roads are somewhat covered by ice that refuses to melt in this brutal cold, as well as snow that is being blown back onto the roads. As for the side roads, good luck making it on those today. They are a nightmare to travel on. I'd advise against navigating on those unless you absolutely need to. Now with that all told, let's move on to another topic, since I'm sure you all tuned into this station to not get barraged by all the trouble that Psychopath has caused, so let's go to something a bit more light-hearted. I mean, if there is something I love more than cheese, tailgating at a Packers game, or an ice-cold Miller Lite, it's watching cars go in circles, and who better to root on than Matt Kenseth, so let's chatter about him. This Kenseth Corner Talk is brought to you by Thunder Lube Complete Auto Care Center. Stuck in the snow? Call them today and they will come out to your residence to personally assist you with any car troubles you may have. That's Thunder Lube on 1015 South 17th Avenue.
Fire warning is in effect for Dickinson County, effective until 9:30 a.m.
is NOAA Weather Radio Station KZZ-35, your best source for weather information across the South Central Upper Peninsula. KZZ-35 originates from the National Weather Service office near Marquette and transmits from a tower located near Escanapa. This transmitter site is provided as a public service of locale. The extended weather forecasts play approximately every 15 minutes during potentially significant weather. The marine forecasts are scheduled to play around the top of the hour and every 20 minutes thereafter.
Immediate evacuation now active for Iron Mountain and surrounding areas. This message is being transmitted at the request of Dickinson County Emergency Management. The dangerous individual known as Blaise has been sighted by local police standing on the roof of the WGKZ building near US Route 141. He is holding a violet fireball in his hand and is taunting officers below using the flame. Given his history of violent attacks and hostilities throughout the past couple of days, all residents are strongly encouraged to rapidly evacuate. You don't have much time to grab non-essential items. Recommended evacuation routes include US Route 2 to US Route 141 to US Route 8. This route will lead you past Quinnipiac and Niagara towards the city of Green Bay where shelters are being set up. Alternatively, evacuees can travel on US Route 2 northwest and travel to Duluth, Minnesota where more shelters are set up. To repeat, an immediate evacuation order is now in effect for the town of Iron Mountain. Please evacuate now if you want to survive.
The current time is 9:12 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Immediate evacuation now active for Iron Mountain and surrounding areas. This message is being transmitted at the request of Dickinson County Emergency Management.
This is a message from the Michigan Emergency Management Agency and serves as an update notification to the situation involving the mysterious individual known only as Blaise. Blaise seems to have vanished from sight of everyone. Authorities with the Michigan State Police observed Blaise, with eyes glowing at blended violet and amber red, gazing at an individual with glowing emerald eyes. The pair nodded, seemingly to signify agreement before vanishing in violet and emerald flashes of soft, non-blinding light. Residents across affected areas of Michigan can consider this they're all cleared from this situation. However, all people are suggested to remain on the lookout for any and all unexplainable mysterious activity, as it has potential to be caused by or connected to in some fashion these individuals.
Department of Advancement in Scientific Technologies cannot be trusted. If you see anyone with an ID card, be hyper-aware of their actions and movements.
Otherwise, please pay attention to local news outlets for further updates.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the Wisconsin Emergency Management Agency, in conjunction with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is an update to the mysterious event that occurred in Rice Lake earlier today. To recap, at 11 a.m., people across Wisconsin heard a female laugh in a cheerful manner in their heads, followed by a soft flash of yellowish golden light with rays of light cerulean, light turquoise, very light cobalt blue and pale heliotrope emanating from it to different directions on the ground and in the sky. After people unshielded their eyes to inspect the results of this unprecedented event, they found the town of Rice Lake in pristine condition, as if Blaise never attacked it. At this time it is currently unknown if the other communities Blaise attacked have had this event occur. Please keep tuned to local media outlets for more information on this matter.
This is an administrative message issued at the request of the North Dakota National Guard and serves as the update notice to ongoing events. It is now declared officially safe to return to Bismarck. At 6 o'clock local time, a soft beam of pink and arctic blue light shot from the sky from an unknown point in space, which, by unknown, alien, means caused the city to be fully restored to pre-attack condition. North Dakota National Guard members then inspected the city and determined that there was no harmful materials left by this beam. Authorities from multiple state and federal agencies are now investigating to determine the origin of the beam, as well as its unknown, albeit likely connections to other events that have taken place during and after Blaise's attack across the Upper Plains and Upper Midwest. While unlikely, government officials are also investigating if these events have a connection to Blaise and the emerald green-eyed human-like individual seen in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Please keep tuned to local media coverage for updated info on this situation. message is being transmitted at the request of the Montana Governor's Office, as well as the Montana Emergency Management Agency. The situations in buildings in Shelby are as this alert transmission declared over. In Great Falls, soldiers with the Montana National Guard noticed a pair of flashes of soft light emanating from space to Shelby and Billings. After careful investigations, the flashes were not the result of nuclear devices, but the beams, one comprised of a mulberry or purple-like color, and the other, a red hue with extensive black and yellow, hit both communities. The result of these beams was not destruction as was once feared, but mysteriously enough, the polar opposite, as both communities were restored to their former perfectly pristine beauty. Given this strange event, residents who evacuated both towns may return to resume their lives. The cataclysm, for the time being, is over. Please keep tuned to local media outlets for updates on this situation if anything changes from the status.
Don't let me down, don't spin me round. Step on the gas. I got a crazy time. Move to the night, move to the light. Out of control, go electric fire. I got a chance to become your hero. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm going to win. I just wanna reload and rule this game. The night is over, get out. Ready, steady, go. 'Cause I'm really gonna raise something higher. Wanna be a fire. Come on, come on, come on. Tonight I'm gonna win. Just fire. Got the power. Ready, steady, go. Time is coming for the show. Hot and higher. Wanna be a fire. Come on, come on, come on. Tonight I'm gonna win. Yeah. Ready, steady, go. Don't stop the show, go, don't let you blow. Speed up your car. Tonight I'm gonna win. Keep on the ground, keep on the sound. Race for your life, go and feel the power. I got a chance to become your hero. Yes, I'm ready, yes, I'm going to win. I just wanna reload and rule this game. The night is over, get out. Ready, steady, go. 'Cause I'm really gonna raise something higher. Wanna be a fire. Come on, come on, come on. Welcome to the Sunday night. Breakdown, it's a Sunday night. Sunday night. My life is burning. I'm running fast in this lonely night. Now I'm a breezer, yes I'm crazy. I'm gonna move in. My body's ready to fly. The fever's so high. The night is on fire, my baby. Forever we go through the thunder. Come into my life. Don't let the sun go down.
Your attention, please. This is the Alberta Emergency Public Warning System. The following bulletin may affect your area. Listen carefully.
To remember those who died in the tragic events that took place 1 year ago today, we will now hold a moment of silence for 38 seconds to mark the 38th day of the year this gruesome attack took place on. Now join us in remembering those we lost, those at home and in the United States.
This warning message has been broadcast for your safety. If your area is affected, take all necessary precautions and listen to any local radio, television, or cable outlet for further updates.
And this is 90.1 WABE Atlanta.
Good morning, Atlanta residents. Time check is 5 in the morning with our rare once-in-a-half-century type ice storm affecting the entire Atlanta city limits. Hold tight. We will check out traffic across the city, but first we have some breaking news, and it is sad to say this just a year after they went missing, but the reporter missing has been found dead. Their identity is being kept a secret by Atlanta Police and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. However, what is being released information-wise is that the victim died of a very unusual cause. They died of simultaneous heat stroke, smoke inhalation, and a severe burning impalement. The strange thing is this impalement is in the shape of the letter P. Due to this, authorities do not think at this time this is the work of the person known as Blaise, but a second individual. The FBI is asking for any information at all concerning this suspect. If you know who they are, call their tip line. They are offering a $100,000 reward for any information that leads to the location and apprehension of this criminal. Now onto the traffic report sponsored by Shell Gasoline. Traffic is moving very slowly, with the Interstate 285 loop seeing an average speed of 20 miles per hour. Things aren't any better on the other interstates, as the Georgia Department of Transportation is reporting at least 7 dozen accidents and slide-offs on major interstates within Atlanta. Again, it is not wise to travel today, so please stay home if you can help it, and if you need to go out and drive.